今季の40人ロースターに名を連ね、一気にブレイク候補として注目を集めている若手外野手、ライアン・ウォード選手が地元メディアドジャースネーションの番組に出演。インタビューでは新シーズンにかける思いや自らの課題について率直に語る一方で、ドジャースという球団が若手にとってどれほど特別な環境であるかを熱く語っています。さらに大谷選手が毎日全くブレることなくルーティーンを積み重ねていることに強い衝撃を受けたと語りました。今季注目のウォード選手の率直なコメントを日本語字幕付きでご紹介しますので、ぜひ最後までご覧ください。
Well, we're going to start the show off with Ryan Ward. Ryan Ward's joining me next here on Dodgers Dugout Live. Ryan, first and foremost, congratulations on being added to the 40-man roster. I want to start right there. I have seen you and your growth through this system and just continuing to just keep your head down and just flat out rake and be productive, PCL MVP. But just first and foremost, what was your reaction to being added to that 40-man roster?
Yeah, I mean, being added to the Dodgers 40-man roster, no little thing. So when I got that call and they told me that I was going to the 40-man and about to hit free agency too, so being able to stick with them and be on the 40-man was extremely exciting. You know, I mean, kind of just put a little fire under my butt again to keep going. Like, keep going. You're so close. Like, just keep on going, and it just gave me that little edge to keep on pushing.
And it's got to feel good to be in this organization for a million different reasons, but I always say there's no one random on the Dodgers, right? Either you're a massive free agent, they got you via trade, they scouted you and developed you, and you became a Max Muncy type like that, or you're someone like a Ryan Ward who has been just cutting his teeth down there in the PCL. You won the Pacific Coast Most Valuable Player. You absolutely raked the 937 OPS. You were dominant, 31 home runs. You just have been fantastic down there. But from a mindset standpoint, knowing that you would probably have already made your big league debut for most clubs around Major League Baseball, but you're being patient in the Dodgers system, what's just kind of the mindset of going through that process?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it dwindles into your head pretty much every day. Guys talk about it down there and in the minors. And I mean, again, being a Dodger, we're incredibly lucky with the staff and the player development and everything they've got. But, you know, I kind of, something my dad's always told me is control what you can control. So, I mean, that's kind of the motto I go by every day is like, focus on what you can do today. What can I control today? And that's getting my work done, focusing on the game that I got that night, the games I got for the rest of the week, and kind of leaving all the other stuff out of my hands. It is out of my hands, so I try to leave it out of my hands. Like I said, you think about it, but really focusing on what can I control and kind of diving in and really giving everything I got to that is kind of my mental standpoint on that whole ordeal.
And where were you when you found out you were out of that 40-man? Were you surprised at all? Who's the first person you told? Just kind of, I'm always interested in those big kind of landmark moments for players when they're getting called up, just the process of it all, because you guys work every single day, or even on off days, working out, just eating right, mentally preparing yourself. And then moments like this arrive and then it feels like it's all worth it once again, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like these moments are kind of like I said earlier, what keeps you going. It's what we're all down there playing for. It's what we want. And our dream is to make it to the big league. So these little steps that happen while they're going. But I mean, I'm still back in Massachusetts, back home. So I was here when I found out. Like I said, really exciting. I mean, there was like kind of rumors about like you might not, like kind of going to see what happens. And it came down to the wire and I got the call and it was like, all right, like here we go. Like, let's go. I mean, again, too, like going back to a system that I know all the staff, I know a lot of the guys. So it's a comfortable spot for me to be and just continue to grow as a player.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those conversations where they're telling you the news and you're just pumping your fists like, yeah, let's go, right? As they're telling you, right? I imagine it's something like that. But as you mentioned, the familiarity, I was just going to ask you that as far as being at a crossroads in your career, now you're saying, no, we're going back there. One of the big perks of being a part of that 40-man roster is you start things off in Major League camp during spring training. So you really get that start, that runway to try to earn your spot on this team. How excited are you just to have that familiarity, knowing that, hey, I'm not having to go to a new team, a new league, or just whatever that process is like, and just start not all over, but like you said, just being comfortable, knowing one, how great this organization is, the players, that you can just take that next step in the organization that you've already been in for quite some time now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the comfortability part is massive. You know, I mean, obviously there's going to be pressure and trying to make the team and do everything the best I can. So having guys that like I've created relationships with in the past, whether it was previous spring trainings or guys coming down on rehab assignments down AAA, and just getting to know them and talk to them, and I think it just makes it a lot easier to show up and know what's expected, know what to do, know where to be, and not have any of those questions, and trying to create relationships with all new guys. And I think it's just a better spot to be able to focus on actually playing baseball rather than all the other stuff that goes along with it.
And of course, you're always going to be where your feet are, control what you can control. But was there ever a moment where you thought maybe it's not going to be with the Dodgers and you might have to consider some other opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, going into this offseason, you know, like I knew my contract was up. I wasn't sure if I was going to be added to the 40-man or hit free agency. So pretty much from the last game of the season up until I got that phone call, it was kind of like in limbo of like, okay, what's going to happen? Like, am I going to move on to a different team, a different org? Is like, what's going to happen here? So there was a lot of questions that I had, and they all got answered with one phone call. So that was pretty easy.
Yeah, and Ryan, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're almost this mythical figure now in the Dodgers minor league system, now on the 40-man roster, where whenever any Dodgers outfielder would go 0 for 3 or have a bad game, all the comments after every post-game show, after all lives, where's Ryan Ward? Bring up Ryan Ward. Ryan Ward's the guy that can save the season. Bring up Ryan Ward. Like the fan support for you because of how successful you've been down there, and you just kind of love the potential you have. Like, are you aware of just of how popular you were among Dodgers fans because of that potential? I mean, Ryan Ward, it almost feels like this mythical figure is now joining us on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting tagged in quite a bit of stuff, so it was kind of hard to miss. But like I said, like, I mean, I love the sport. I appreciate it more than anything, but trying to control what I can control, you know, like don't let your head get too big. Keep, kind of like you said, keep your feet where they are, like focus on what's at hand. So just keep going and really try to kick the door down with everything I got.
And was there any ever frustration just because you're probably asking yourself, like what more do I need to do? Do I need like 50 home runs, 1,000 home runs? I mean, you really couldn't have much more success than you were having offensively. Was there ever that frustration, and just kind of how'd you deal with it?
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, like those things enter your mind, you know, it's kind of, we're human. You're going to think about it, you know, like it's like, what else you got to do? I mean, people all in minor leagues are asking themselves, like, what else do I have to do to get back up there or get up there for the first time, you know? So I think like, honestly, like having a good group in AAA, which we've had, I've been there for 3 years now, and it's always been a great group. Like being around those guys and having guys that have played up there and guys that are still trying to get there, like you're all in the same spot. So I think it's a really good, like, sort of culture to kind of get rid of all that mindset of like, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. Like, no, we're all in the same position. We're all trying to do the same thing. Like I can't be mad because you can't be mad. Like none of us can be mad. So really, again, just focusing on what we got and having fun down there and having a good team around you is massive, which the Dodgers do a great job of always putting together great guys and having great teams. So,
and who do you lean on those situations? Is it family? Is it teammates? Is it coaches? Is there anyone specific that kind of helped you maybe get through some times where you're thinking, hey, I should be at Fenway Park or at Yankee Stadium, and instead I'm still in OKC when I know, like I said, you would have probably made your debut with a lot of other teams already?
Yeah, it's a mixture of everyone, you know? I mean, you're going to have different conversations throughout the day or after games or during games or before a game, you know, like it's family, it's staff, it's teammates just sitting in the locker room after the game, just relaxing, kind of decompressing from the game. And like, you guys just spitball stuff. It's phone calls to home. It's text from home. It's having a conversation with your hitting coach. It's having a conversation with your manager. It kind of goes all around, you know. I mean, everyone's supportive and everyone wants the best for you, whether it's family or staff. Everyone's rooting for you to get up there. So, kind of a little bit of everything, you know. I mean, everyone's got your back, so it's a really good feeling to be able to decompress and have people there that you know are supporting you.
Yeah, it's great to hear. Now, I did hear somewhere that maybe there were some offers from teams, international professional leagues like KBO, things like that. Were you ever possibly exploring those options?
Not really, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be a free agent. So I was a Dodger all year, and I was a Dodger up until they called me to let me know I was on 40-man, because that was the day of the deadline. So I never got to explore anything, but couldn't be more happy to be back with the Dodgers, and that's really exciting for me. So
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that you got as far as you got. You're not going to envision your career anywhere outside of the big leagues. And hey, it would take a lot for you to have to explore those options.
Yeah, and kind of going back on, it's like I spent 7 years with the Dodgers since I got drafted in 19. So like my goal for 7 years has been able to wear the Dodger across my chest in LA. So being able to continue chasing that is really exciting, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you too. I mean, you look at some of your numbers and you mentioned how long you've been with this organization. 6 seasons with the Dodgers, hit 290, 380 on base, 557 slug, 937 OPS. You set records, 1,038 OPS against righties and 31 home runs against that. I mean, like you look at since 1998, single season records in hits, runs, RBIs in 2025, second most home runs in one season. Also in 3 years with OKC, you established the Bricktown career record with 90 home runs and 318 RBIs. Like, what's it like to walk around with you in Oklahoma City? It's like, there's Ryan Ward. Like, I mean, the guy who holds all of our records. I mean, it's got to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, no, it's cool for sure. I mean, very rarely are you getting noticed in Oklahoma City. I'll give you that. But some people will point you out. But like sometimes when we go out as a team, like we'll get recognized. So like I said, great team. So we always were doing stuff together. And that's kind of when people would be like, oh, I think that's a couple of the players and stuff. But nothing crazy. But, just great team, having fun down in OKC and enjoying every second.
The Dodgers have this reputation for scouting, developing. They're always top 5 as far as their farm system rankings, despite winning World Series titles and the system designed for that not to happen, to be able to sustain that. In your mind, what do the Dodgers do so well in your experience as far as player development?
They care sometimes more than the players care.
Wow.
Like I know hitting coaches are staying up till 3, 4 in the morning just looking at your swing without you even asking. Like they know you're struggling, they see you're struggling, and they're going to go do a dive deeper than anything I've ever seen. And they're going to come in tomorrow with 3 to 4 different solutions, all going to give you the same fix, but different ways of being able to do it, because they understand there's not one swing. There's not one way to play the outfield. There's not all this stuff. So they're going to give you multiple ways, and whatever works for you is the one that you're going to roll with. So I just truly believe that they care. They're so advanced. I mean, all the technological stuff we have, all the metrics that we got, all that stuff, and they use it to the best of their abilities and make us all the best players we can be. And I think that's massive. And I truly think that the biggest thing is they care. Like they truly care about every player in their system and are going to give you everything they can to make you the best player possible.
That might be like the best compliment you could give a scout or an organization. They care more than the players care, because we know the players care more than anyone too, right? I mean, you guys putting that Dodgers across your chest, want to make your dreams come true. So that says a lot. I heard the food's great. Like, I mean, can you tell me about this food situation? I mean, like they're the only team that has a chef for their AA affiliates. And I heard the food's great. Am I hyping this up too much, or can you tell me about the cuisine?
No, the food's incredible. I mean, you're watching other guys leave. They got their little white box with a PB&J in it, and you're walking out with steak or chicken parm. Like the food, they take care of us great. I mean, we have you show up, lunch is ready. Then there's the little pregame snack where shakes have been made for everybody, and there's snacks lined up during the game. And then you come out of the game and it's a whole meal ready to go, rather than just 2 slices of bread and some peanut butter and jelly, which a lot of the other teams are getting. So like I said, they care more than anyone. I mean, they're really taking care of us.
It's a little, man, when's lunch, man? I mean, that sounds amazing. Now, just kind of getting back to this season, Brandon Gomes, he said a couple months ago at the GM's meetings that you're going to get some opportunities. He said a quote that Ryan Ward's going to get a bunch of opportunities this year. So it's one thing to be put on the 40-man. It's nothing to hear the GM of this team say you're going to get a bunch of opportunities. How does that further motivate you this offseason, and just how excited are you to get that going?
Absolutely. I mean, to be able to hear that was incredible, but it's something where that means I have to earn it. I have to put my pedal to the metal. I can't just sit here and be like, oh, like, okay, I'm good. I'm going to get my opportunity. I'm just going to coast into it. It's like, okay, like really got to prepare for this, keep working, like get your shot, and hopefully you stick up there, like put myself into the best spot I can, to mentally, physically, everything to be able to have success, rather than just hear that and kind of put the brakes on and be like, oh, like, okay, if I'm going to get my opportunity, I made it. Like now to me, it's like, okay, like you're going to get your opportunity. You better be ready. So really taking advantage of all this time and getting myself into the best spot possible to earn that opportunity.
Have you had any interactions with Dave Roberts, and just what are your impressions of him as a manager?
Yeah. I mean, World Series champion over and over. I mean, he's all the guys that come down. I've had a couple interactions with him during like spring training. Nothing crazy, but I mean, everything I've heard, everything that I see is all great. I mean, he's a great guy. He's always having fun. It's always kind of laid back, nice and easy. Like everyone knows what you got to do. Like there's an expectation, but we're gonna have fun with it, and it's just incredible to be around. And again, it kind of takes some of that pressure off, you know, of like, okay, like it's not hardcore. He's not gonna get in your face like right now during spring. Like we're gonna get through this, and it's just really easy to be around and fun to be around.
Ryan, we're going to get you out here on some quick stuff. Getting to know Ryan Ward. The chat's lighting up. He's finally here. Ryan Ward joining us. Easy stuff. Let's start with, who is your favorite player growing up?
Well, being from Massachusetts, it was David Ortiz, left-handed hitter. Growing up, I was left-handed hitter, and watching him play was my favorite thing ever. So easy, David Ortiz.
Don't worry, because I was about to say, who is your favorite player growing up, and why was he David Ortiz? So I think I could have guessed that one. Guessing you're a Red Sox fan growing up.
Growing up, Red Sox fan, yep.
What would you be doing if it weren't for baseball?
If I wasn't playing baseball, I'd probably be working at the town parks department. I still do that in the off seasons here and there. Go help my dad, like take care of all the town fields and get them ready for all the games and all the town commons and stuff. So that's probably where I'd be.
Everyone's got to have a side hustle. I love it.
Yep. Yeah.
What's the best baseball advice you've ever received?
Oof. Honestly, it's probably just stay within yourself. Like there's times where you're hitting or you're in the field and you're trying to do too much, and it's just going to catch up to you. So just stay within yourself, do what you can do, and don't try to do too much.
Have you had any interactions from the chat? Have you had any interactions with Shohei Ohtani? And if not, just kind of what are your thoughts on being his teammate?
I mean, we say hi during the past couple spring trainings, but watching him work is insane. Like watching him that year, he did the 50-50, like in spring, like it was his goal to do 50-50. And every day he's out there doing something that was preparing himself to get there. It's just like his work ethic is insane. And it's something to watch and try to replicate, you know. He sets a good he's a good role model.
Yeah. Andrew Friedman said that it's deliberate. Like, and can a player say, wow, he's getting the repetitions, doing that again and again? Can you say, I'm going to take that and throw it immediately into my routine?
I mean, some guys are different. He's different.
Yeah, I mean,
he literally had his mindset to it. He implemented it right away. I mean, there's some things you can and some things that are going to take some time to work on and get it right. But I mean, he dedicated a lot of time to it. So it was impressive to watch.
Must be wild to see him work in those settings. Two of your Dodgers teammates to have your back in a bar fight, who would you pick and why?
I'd go with Muncy because I'm close with him, and probably Brewstar because I mean he's someone that if there's a fight, I'll be right behind him going into it. He can lead the way.
Honestly, we got to get Brewstar in the octagon, one of those Netflix specials against someone, because I've asked this question to so many players, and it's always who plus Muncy. So Brewstar plus someone else. So yeah, Brewstar gets a lot of love in that one. He's a big, gigantic dude. He's an athlete too. You see him doing the soccer ball and all that stuff. It's great stuff. All right, last one here. Your Mount Rushmore, your top 4 favorite baseball players of all time. Some of your influences, people that you kind of looked up to. Like, who are those 4 guys that come to mind?
So I'll go with David Ortiz, one. Growing up, I never got to see him play, but I've watched a ton of video of him. Another Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski, was just a huge, huge fan of mine. So we'll go there. Ken Griffey Jr. is on there automatically. And for 4, oof. You know who I was honestly, is this fandom or like who?
It's a combination. No, just fandom, but like usually you're going to pick great players, right?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was a massive Carlos Delgado fan too.
Oh, that's a nice pull. That's a nice pull. Carlos Delgado.
I put him on there.
Oh, by the way, we're going to convert you to a Lakers fan. I'm going to just assume you're a Celtics fan. I mean, how's that work?
I am a Celtics fan. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. My aunt might not like that, but I'm sure she'll get over it.
Hey, you win Rookie of the Year. You sit courtside. You'll become a Lakers fan very quickly. But Ryan, thank you so much. Joining us here on Dodgers Dugout Live.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画についてどういう感想を持たれましたか？ぜひコメント欄で意見や感想をお聞かせください。チャンネル登録やグッドボタンを押していただけると励みになります。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。